Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, before we get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Also, peace, safety, and much love to the elect pushing out this word throughout the four corners of the earth, laboring and risking their lives and freedom to get this word out. Shalom to the sisters. All right. Basically, this lesson here is going to be entitled Every Brother is Not a Brother, and watching out for wolves, something to that effect. Okay, because in this thing of ours, man, the scriptures already prophesied about grievous wolves and raven and wolves in sheep clothing. Okay, so as you walk in this walk, this path of salvation, you have to be watching out for those wolves. And as you can see, you starting to see certain men popping up, and they showing themselves to be wolves. Okay, they come in amongst the flock of GMS. Then after a while, man, they turn around and they start trying to break off, do their own thing, and drag men with them. Okay, so you can't be naive to fall for the traps, man. That's when the scriptures got to come into play, man. That's when it's revealed who's messing around in this thing, man. If you get caught away by the simplicity of a wolf. Okay, so with that, we're gonna start with Acts chapter 20, verse 28.
This is Acts chapter 20, verse 28. Take heed therefore unto yourselves and to all the flock over the which the Holy Spirit hath made you overseers.
Right. It says take heed. Okay? Meaning be aware. Okay? Listen, understand, be aware. Okay, then it said what? To the flock, which is symbolic of what? Sheep. Okay? It's symbolic of being a sheep. Okay? Which that's what we are. We are the sheep, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay? So as being a sheep, you have to do what? You have to be careful and take heed and watch out. Go ahead.
Have made you overseers to feed the church of Yahweh, which he hath purchased with his own blood.
Go ahead.
For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you.
That's right. It says, for after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you. Go ahead.
Not sparing the flock.
Right, not sparing the flock. So you mean to tell me that this was written for no reason? No, it was written for a purpose, okay? Because in the times that we're living in now, these wolves are going to come about. Right. And you got to have you got to be circumspect, man. And you got to be locked in the spirit and don't get caught away by that wolf like Little Red Riding Hood. He the wolf laying in the bed acting like the grandmother, and he ended up eating her. So you want to watch out for the wolves, and you see guys just next thing you know they right in the midst of wolves, man. Everybody not a brother, okay? Everybody that comes into a camp or comes into a fold is not a brother. Of course, you want them to be brothers, but they prove themselves not to be.
Right, and like I say, being sincere, whether you come into the camp or whether a brother come into a camp with you already in it, and you sincere, you receive them brothers as men of the Lord, as brothers, as Akim, and you treat them as such. But then, as time goes on, for whatever reason, the spirit is shown, through the actions or through, things they say or whatever, that they're really not, in tune with the spirit, so to speak. And then they're shown to be not brothers. They're really shown this to be, niggas that's just among, like a group or something, like it's a gang or something, like it's a club or something. You get that outsider just happen to walk up in here type of spirit.
They thought it was cool walking by the camp, or they hanging with each other. They can grab the crowd attention and stuff like that. Look at the clothing they wearing.
Right.
They young. They got drive. Everybody want to be. Jake want to be a part of something in this new age.
That shows power.
Yeah, come. And through media too, but not to jump off subject. But that's what they are. They reprobate minded men don't know what the hell going on.
That's right. Keep reading, bro.
It says, also of your own selves should men arise speaking perverse things to draw away disciples after them.
So it says also of yourselves, meaning what? It's gonna come out of the same body as you. Okay? Shall men try to speak perverse things and draw away disciples after them, man? And that's what you see. Usually Jake don't want to leave by himself, man. Usually he want to take somebody else with him, but that's the spirit of Satan. But that's Satan. That's why Esau coming with the chip. Okay, because he want to take as many people down with him, because he know he coming down. So he want to take as many people down with him. Mm-hmm. That's very symbolic. That's an attribute or characteristic of Satan. Right. And you see it with these wolves. Mm-hmm. They always got some issue, and they want to bring somebody else in it, put spirits on them so they can leave with them.
Can I add to that?
Go ahead, Al. You got it.
You know, there's an old saying that misery loves company. Mm-hmm. So when you have these guys that you know, for whatever reason they get kicked out or they leave or they feel something's not right, so they want to do their own thing, you know, like the scripture says, they went out from us because they were not of us. So, you know, they're miserable because they don't want to be under a certain particular order, or really what they're saying is they don't want to be under the bondage spirit of Yahweh Shai. And if you read certain prophecies in the scriptures, the Most High Yahweh says how he's going to bring back the captivity of Judah. Mm-hmm. And the captivity of Israel, meaning bring them back under the spirit. Mm-hmm. You know, bring them back under, you know, into the fold under the shepherd. But they don't want to be a part of their order, you know. And they're miserable, those spirits, because they're wicked. Those wicked spirits are miserable under the order, you know. But being in that miserable state, you know, you know, being alone, as Scripture says, it's not, you know, you don't want to be alone. You fall.
King Solomon said.
Right.
So they want to drag another brother in there.
That's right.
You know, so you know, these miserable souls, they love company. So like the Scripture says, they want to draw disciples after themselves, man. Mm-hmm. You know, to make themselves feel better and really actually feel like their life means something or they have value. When really, honestly, they don't have value. That's why Scripture says, "Reprobate silver shall men call them," and you know, the dregs of silver or the dross of silver, they don't have no value. You throw that out, but they try to present themselves as if they have value, and they don't.
That's right. That's a beautiful point, man. It's like niggas like fools go. All right. So tungsten. From there, yeah, tungsten. Go to Matthew 10 and 16. Bible shot. Because we gonna hit the points home through the Spirit to show you, man, that everybody, that man, this thing ain't just peaches and cream. Mm-hmm. Okay, the Most High send tests and diversionary tactics to throw off the undesirables as well. So you got to make sure that you know you walking that straight and narrow and you being circumspect. Go ahead, Al.
Matthew chapter 10 verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Right. So Yahweh Shai saying this right here to the disciples. I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. So if you a sheep in the midst of wolves, you got to be circumspect. You got to understand that there are wolves. Guys come in this thing and they move as if there are no wolves. Just, all right, I believe you. I'm leaving GMS too. Now you somewhere else in a Shy Tried and Refined break off, or the ATL break off, or whatever break off camp. Now you over there in the midst of wolves, man, looking crazy. Because eventually what's going to happen is it's going to lead you down the path of destruction. Okay? It's going to lead you down the path of destruction. We know for a fact that the apostles and elders is not wolves, man, due to the fact that they'll tell anybody, hey, get out of here. Mm-hmm. All right, go do your own thing then. Okay? When have you seen the apostles and elders trying to recruit members in other states or in other countries? They just spoke the word and the Most High brought the increase, man. Mm-hmm. Those men that's under GMS now submitted to the teachings of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai through those men. They wasn't going around recruiting disciples and teachers and setting up different camps in different states. They just pushed the word and the Most High set this stuff up. So they proven themselves not to be wolves. So, but what about Nate? Nate going setting up camps in different cities. So is Johanna. Okay, going around setting up camps in different cities. All right, you got guys in these other GMS break-off camps, always trying to get somebody to come with us. They off. They wizards and warlocks. Come with us. Okay, keep going and then you bring your point. Okay.
Be ye therefore wise as serpents, and harmless as doves.
You gotta apply wisdom, man, in this thing, man. You see Jay catching spirits. If he got an issue with a doctrine, first of all, if he got an issue with a doctrine, the first thing he should do is not lash out. The first thing he should do is go and ask another brother with a higher level of understanding for the breakdown, okay, or for the understanding of whatever breakdown he's stumbling upon. If you can't receive it after that, you should pray and fast and ask the Most High to reveal it to you. But is Jay doing that? No. Jay get emotional. That ain't right.
You ain't right, man.
And then,
How did it touch your nerve that bad that you just want to separate from brothers? Man? This ain't the truth no more. It's crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got it to that one.
Yeah, come on. Real quick, this is Matthew 23:15. It says, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte." Now the brother mentioned about Nate, right? He'll do a video. We're taking a trip, to I know he did that with Ghana. We're gonna take a trip to Ghana, and we're gonna teach there. We're gonna teach in the islands here, and they do that to find one guy that's gonna sit there and believe all they simple. Believe they mad, in the simplicity, believe they madness, right? It says, "For ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves." Because here it is, you already have a all false doctrine. So you teaching this to a new brother coming in, you being responsible for what you're telling them, and it's the wrong thing. You make him more right. You make him worse because he's going to him being simple anyway, and then you bring just more of a simple spirit upon him.
Yeah, because it ain't.
He's going to fight tooth and nail for that false doctrine more than you, because you know better. He don't know better.
And some guys
so he's going to defend it more.
Yeah, some guys are sincere, and they can sincerely believe a lie. And so they're going to go hard. Is it more?
Oh, that was it.
I got something for you. This is Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 4.
Yeah,
"Take ye heed, everyone, of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother. For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders."
Right. So, you got to watch certain guys. You got to be circumspect. You got to see whether or not, his spirit is clicking, whether or not it's mentioned with the spirit that's already been around. You got to see for any schisms or certain things in the body that he may not, agree with. And if if you see it, is he addressing it or is he let it fester? Is he taking heed to counsel or advice that brothers giving them? You got to watch for all of that, because these guys will take certain things and they'll store it up, and then when they've had enough, when their emotions are at an all-time high, when they've had enough emotionally, that's when they'll lash out and they'll bring out all this crap about them brothers that never been right, and the elders and the apostles, and this is wrong and that's wrong. And you know why? Because they really can't. They really haven't. But ultimately, they're not a part of it. But
they're envious too.
Right, but when they come in, right, they're envious, and they see certain things that their emotions don't agree with. Their emotions don't agree with reincarnation. Nah, man, you ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? Their emotions don't agree with Cornelius being an Israelite. Their emotions don't agree with, all Edomites and all of Esau. The house of Esau is going to be destroyed, because off of their emotions, that's really how they go. Because once they get into the scriptures and they get to a certain point, they admit that. They say, "Nah, I'm not dealing with that." That's why people had such a big issue with the, bringing out the edification on rape and how it was handled, because they let their emotions get in the way. You know, and when people let their emotions get in the way, that's when they stray off. So you can't trust that man. You can't believe in that man. You know, because he's more likely to snitch, so to speak, or rat you out, or put you in a bad, position.
Mm-hmm. All right, verse 5. And they will deceive everyone his neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
and will not speak the truth.
Mm-hmm. And they'll start coming up with things in their own mind, to teach and tell certain things
To
based off of how they feel.
justify their bullshit.
Yeah, right. To justify how they feel in their bullshit, and that just makes you worse.
And and I'm gonna hit you with something else too. Operating based off of your emotions, basically leads to lies, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you willing, deception, because you willing, all right, to tell any kind of story to spare your emotions,
right?
Okay, from the truth. So you willing to tell any kind of fable or any kind of lie to the next man, to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
just to spare your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
When in this truth, man, your feelings gonna get broke down, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna get cut, but it's a good cut, man. So it's a cut that can heal if you take heed.
Do not even slack out. That's not even real feelings that you have, like the right emotions.
Right.
Because the real truth is, the real emotions you're supposed to set your affections on high. Colossians chapter 3,
Mm-hmm.
verse 1 on down. Set your affections on high, man. You can't get stirred away, from this truth, man. Even though, like the word said, even though it hurts, man, keep going.
It's supposed to hurt. It's supposed to hurt, because what it's doing
It's real.
It's breaking down your ego.
Mm-hmm.
It's breaking you down, because we're coming out of a filthy rag. Like Isaiah said, our righteousness is filthy rags. So you getting broke down like that, through things you do or you say, that is a good thing. And, they say, in time all wounds will heal. That's part of enduring.
Yep.
Here it is, because it hurts. Within a week or two, you ready to react rationally and do things you ought not. You shouldn't do. So then you're in a quagmire. Now, you just gotta just run with it and deceivingly think that the Spirit is dealing with you. When all you had to do was just, meditate. I'm like, hey, you know what? Okay, I was wrong. Pray to the Lord, endure, see what happens then, and see how you may be vindicated, so to speak. But guys don't want to do that. They take being cut and being wrong, and they run with that, and they try to justify it.
Yep. And which leads back.
That's a grudge, man.
That's a grudge. Mm-hmm. Which leads back to the point that, man, everybody's not a brother, man. Okay. It says they have taught their tongue to speak lies and weary themselves to commit iniquity. Thine habitation is in the midst of deceit. Through deceit they refuse to know me, saith the Lord. So basically they deceiving themselves just to spare their ego. And they deceiving themselves to spare the next man's ego. Because Jake comes in this thing and they automatically think like, man, I'm the shit. The Most High been with me my whole life. And he ain't never gonna forsake me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they puffed up in their own thought, in their own deceit. Mm-hmm. And they rest upon that. And they move based upon that, man, and not based upon the Spirit of the Lord. Because the Most High is all about breaking down and building up. So He's going to break down all that old pride, that old ego that you had, okay, thinking that you was this and that. The Most High going to break that down and create a new man out of that. Mm-hmm. But Jake ain't even willing to be broken down to let that true spirit shine out.
You know why? Because they really don't have no faith in the Lord. They don't know how. Here it is, you broken down. You don't know how the Lord is going to build you back up. And because of that unknowingness, that brings fear. And fear brings doubt, which that doubt leads to wayward thinking. And wayward thinking leads to false philosophies and false doctrines that you'll tell somebody else. And by you telling somebody else, that's why the scripture says.
That's why, exactly. Because that's why they. Yes, go ahead.
Well, you tell somebody else, and you deceiving them, and that makes you, like I said, that makes you a false prophet. Like how was I said? How about y'all said in the scriptures? He said, "I sent not these prophets, yet they ran." You ran with, you ran with that BS that you were thinking because you didn't endure. You didn't put your emotions to the side, or you didn't overcome. You didn't overcome. We didn't face and fight the demons, which is one thing we got to do in this truth. We got to face and fight our demons and pray that the Lord builds us back up. But because you lack that faith, you don't do that. You just wallow in your own woes, man.
I got something real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 6 and 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. Yeah, you see? Because why? Be not hasty to credit him because why? Because grievous wolves will enter in among you. Okay? This is when you got to know the scriptures and know how to link them up and when they apply and when they don't apply. A lot of guys think they know the scriptures and know how to apply the scriptures, but then when they face with a situation, they neglect those scriptures in which they should apply. And they go based on their emotions. Okay? So the reason why the scriptures say be not hasty to credit him, because he got to prove himself, man. You got to endure. You got to be made hard, man. All right, Jake, just when Jake first come in, man, you may commend him or whatever for a good work, but for the most part, man, he got to earn his keep. Same thing go with us. Same thing for the apostles, man. We trying to prove ourselves worthy of salvation to Yahweh Shai. In order to get salvation, you got to earn it. Okay, so that's why the scriptures say, "Be not hasty to credit," because everybody is not a brother, man. Okay.
They'll lie and steal and cheat.
Yes, that's right, bro. Verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. Yeah, sometimes Jake is your homeboy when everything cool, but then when stuff get turn make a wrong turn, they know they're gonna forsake you. They're gonna be nowhere to be found. Okay, they're gonna slander your name for no apparent reason. Okay, and you got to be aware of these things, man. You can't move you got to be an aware sheep, a wise sheep, a circumspect sheep, man. Okay,
must they be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove.
Like we just read.
So you can't just be a sheep. You got to step up. You got to step up a little. You got to go from a sheep to a serpent, man. You got to be keen like a dragon. You got to be keen in this thing. The more you go from sheep level, then you go up, so to speak, up the ladder of wisdom, so to speak. And understanding.
Yeah, that's right, man. You gotta come up on, okay. You gotta come.
Some level of discernment.
Yeah. That's what it is.
You're able to gain a certain level of discernment yourself.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. It says again. This is verse 10. I'm gonna go back to verse 9. And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach. And you got some guys that you get cool with. Next thing you know, they slandering and talking down on
you because they get offended over something that, honestly, you gotta understand the Most High Spirit. Let's say something does happen where a brother offends you. That's for you to prove you to see whether or not you're gonna use the scriptures, right? Use the scriptures because that brother may not be aware he offended you. And that's when you got to apply scriptures like Matthew, the 5th chapter, 6th chapter. If you got an art with a brother, you leave your gift there, and at the altar, you go, you make things right. Then you can alter things with a sincere heart to the Lord. Your prayers will be heard more so because the Spirit is aimed. He's a good brother. He's dealing right. He's making sure that himself and other brothers are straight. But no, you got guys that don't do that.
All right. It says, again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
It's easy to go to camp and cuss Esau out. At the table, food is going out, the word is going out.
Yeah, Jay eat. At the camp, Jay order 100 wings. A whole bunch of ranch.
blue cheese and beers.
Yeah, and then then he a ock at when it's time for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's time to really deal with the scriptures and what the scriptures say, and apply certain scriptures, Jake just goddamn make an abrupt left turn on your ass, man.
Continue, you're not meditating. It's good. Your scripture says to meditate day and night, man. So everything that happens, more like it's not 10 times out of 10, is some kind of scripture or prophecy for that situation.
It is.
It's just once you recognize it, you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta ask the Most High to give you the spirit, man.
Right.
If you faced with an obstacle, man, you can't try to take.
It.
You can't try to take matters into your own hands.
You're
all
gonna
the time,
lose and
man.
fail every time.
You're gonna fail every time. Jake always want to take matters into their own hands, man. When you faced with adversity, the first thing that you should do, which is common sense, is pray and ask Yahweh Shema Shai to give you the spirit to deal with whatever situation you're in. Okay, and have faith in that prayer, and then let the spirit guide you, man. But Jake, automatically, man, Jake don't pray. Jake be in this thing not praying, not fasting, not meditating, not studying. Just because you can regurgitate certain scriptures from a video don't mean that you really locking this stuff in for yourself.
That's right.
Because it shows when it's time to apply it. It shows, right? It shows when it's time to apply it. It shows this guy must not have read this scripture then. But he be a mockingbird on camera. When it's time to bring, go into these scriptures, it's slipping.
And the spirit now let's say you are sincerely ignorant to it. The spirit will allow a certain correction to come out, and wisdom to see whether or not you're going to apply that knowledge to gain it, and then she'll be like, nah, he's not worthy of me. So therefore, your wisdom faileth you, and you look foolish. You become foolish. You like to wallow, and guys, they wallow in that foolishness, man.
Yeah.
You can't be like that.
You can't be like that. I got one more scripture. This is 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And you see, if you don't see this, man, I mean, come on, man. Like who's doing that? Who's doing that? Is it the apostles that's heaping, having itching ears and heaping unto their own selves teachers? No, man. It's you guys that called yourselves being a part of Great Millstone, and then you got to leave and you got to try to take somebody with you. All right? And a lot of you guys that leave by yourself, usually you don't even go out. You don't even go out. When you leave GMS, a lot of you guys that leave GMS and don't nobody leave with you, your ass don't even be going out to the highways and byways no more, man. I know one particular brother who did, and the Most High had mercy on him. Okay? And he back with the camp. But some of you guys don't even do that. But I guarantee you, if you get 2 or 3 brothers to leave with you, now your ass out on the highways and byways.
Yeah, now you got the damn camp on the corner and shit.
Like you.
Let it be that brother gets sick. When a brother gets sick or somebody has something to do.
Somebody can't come
and you
to
still
camp.
hold your own,
Right. It ain't gonna happen.
Like, nah, y'all, hey,
So really,
you gotta build yourself up from a particular point, man.
If all members of Great Millstone were to vanish right now, have you spin off GMS camps and stop going out? The only reason y'all still going out is because y'all know that we watching. That the apostles and the elders and other men is watching y'all videos, and y'all trying to compete and keep up. But I guarantee you, if we were just to vanish, they asses would turn their back on the truth, man, because really they ain't for Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
They for themselves, man. And you see it, man. Like you got this guy Element. Yeah, I'm gonna call his name, man. You got this guy Element. When he left the Dallas camp, I ain't seen no videos of you on the highways and byways. And if I am, I'm mistaken. I'm going off. Okay, but I didn't see no videos of you going out teaching. But now all of a sudden you click up with the guy from Detroit and the guy from Chicago, and now you talking about, we all about seeing what edification and what the scriptures say. So what about when you left, man? What about when you left? Was you about edification, edifying the body then?
Right, and the hell with us, you forsook your Howard Shah, man. You was like, you know what, you told your Howard Shah, like, nah, man, I ain't got to do that. Because y'all be convincing yourselves and your wicked hearts that you ain't got to do what the Lord say. And that's why when the time comes, Howard Shah going to tell you niggas, depart from me, workers of iniquity. I never knew you, man.
And that's right, bro. A lot of you guys gonna have a rude awakening, man. Gonna have a real rude awakening, man. And you know what? I'm gonna hit you with something too. Right, man. I was through the spirit, man. I knew something like this was gonna even happen with our camp. Through the spirit, man. Cause Jake don't be moving right, man. You could just see it, man. Like, man, Jake, you could just tell, like, yeah, this dude, man. He don't seem like he really with us in the spirit, man. And that's the thing, man. You guys are just doing this for competition, for sport, man. Right. That's why the scriptures say, "Who do you sport yourself against, man?" You ain't sporting against us.
Right.
You sporting yourself against your how about that? Taking it as a game, man. You guys don't be having the spirit, man. When I watched that Shy Tried and Refined video, man, man, them dudes ain't got the spirit, man.
They ain't got the spirit, man.
They real, they dull. They don't break the scriptures down right. Edification is horrible. There's no edification whatsoever. And it just go to show you that a lot of you guys are doing that just for sport, man, just to try to compete and keep up. So you can show, yeah, look, we got how many views? We got 2,000 views. And that's the Most High choosing your delusion, man.
Or to have something to say, because Jake really, you know what Jake done? Jake goes from social media to the streets and come with that same spirit. They bring out that so because YouTube is really another social media site. That's all. And as vain as trying to be somebody on social media is, y'all have that fame, social media fame spirit. You bring that to the truth.
Yeah.
When it comes down to camp and putting the videos out, and ultimately what that does is that makes you dull, lame, and the Lord is not dealing with you, man.
Y'all just some bench players, man.
I got
Close it out.
Yeah, I found the scripture. This 1 John 2:18. It says, "Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us."
No doubt.
That's because of the lack of faith.
When did the disciples leave one another and break off and do their own thing,
right,
and teach different doctrines? When did they?
Judas.
No, they stayed together, man. All right, they remained together in the fight. So a lot of you guys try to act like you still be with the program or whatever the case may be, or now, and then that just goes to show you another blemish in your character as well. Because now you fixing your mouth to call Apostle Tahar T-God, which this man been laboring for over 31 years and still laboring. And a lot of your styles and your breakdowns come from Apostle Tahar. But now you turn around because something don't go your way and you start being disrespectful, calling him T-God, this and that. You guys, man, with the Most High preparing for you, man, it's gonna be something vicious, man. And you gonna earn it rightfully so. You deserve whatever comes your way. You deserve it, man. Rightfully so, bro. Cause that's man, it's messed up on all levels. How guys be moving. Go ahead, bro.
It says, "For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us, but they went out, that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us."
And that's what the Most High is really ultimately showing, the sincere brethren that's laboring in the truth. Them guys were never with us the whole time. And then when you reflect back on their actions and the way that they carried themselves when they was in the camp, it's like, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, he wasn't like us, man. It makes absolutely sense.
He was offset.
Even though when men be in the camp, we deal with men like brothers, man. You be real cautious how you deal with brothers. You want to be as respectful as possible, But Jake manifest that they are wolves, man, and not true sheep, not true brethren of Yahweh Shai, man.
And the Antichrist, man. Y'all are anti-Yahweh Shai ultimately, man.
That's right.
You're anti the Messiah, meaning you're anti-salvation.
A lot of you guys are cheering on the Romans to put Yahweh Shai to death, man.
In Paul's ignorance, a lot of y'all was happy that Paul was consenting to putting certain prophets and disciples to death.
Yep.
You know? But then what happened? Paul got converted through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. And you still have them wicked niggas out there, you know? So a lot of y'all guys are just lost in the sauce, as they say. There's a little bit more.
Okay, calm now.
It says, but ye have an unction from the Holy One, and you know all things. And it says, I have not written unto you because you know not the truth, but because you know it, and that no lie is of the truth. And these guys are liars. It says, who is a liar but he that denieth that Yahweh Shai is the Messiah? He is Antichrist or anti-Messiah that denieth the Father and the Son. And that's ultimately what y'all doing in the spirit.
Right.
Y'all are anti Yahweh Shai in the spirit of prophecy. Y'all are anti-Yahweh Shai being the Savior. Y'all are anti-Yahweh Shai being right now. You guys and as of right, you guys in ITR. Y'all are anti-Yahweh Shai coming back to take vengeance on the heathen. Pursuing Isaiah the 63rd chapter. He says the day of vengeance is in his heart. He says, who is this that cometh with the dyed garments from Basra to destroy Esau, man?
Esau.
But y'all wanna say that all of Esau is not gonna be destroyed. There's gonna be a remnant left.
So
man, the hell with you niggas,
right?
man.
But if that's the case, then why would the scripture say that the name of Esau should be no more in remembrance?
That's right.
If it's still gonna be some little Edomite stragglers, what you think we're gonna be calling them Americans?
Right.
No, the whole family, the whole house of Esau is gonna be exterminated.
We start with and we know Amalekites running around in the kingdom after 1,000 years, man. You know what happened? You know what happened to and brothers brought it out in the spirit about the house of Saul. You know what happened to Saul? Okay, he was demoted from being king, right? And then the prophet Samuel, he had to cut Agag up into pieces, man. He had to show Saul how it was done because Saul, being the king, didn't want to follow the orders of Yahweh Shai, dealing with Esau and Amalek. You know, and that's in the law to put Amalek out of remembrance, man. But nah, man, you guys want to be rebellious, and those that are rebellious, like the Most High, to the Spirit, open up the earth to devour all the guys that came against Moses. It came against that spirit that he was coming in. That's the same. Yeah, that's the same thing's gonna happen to you guys.
That you Nazariah,
element, man. The earth might swallow all your houses up, man.
Yeah, you guys playing around, man. Hey,
literally.
Yeah, for real, man. You know, just like I had a point I was about to make. It slipped my mind, but no, that was a good point that the brother made, man. That's y'all those rebellious children, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, coming up against the order, man. Like I said, man, you guys were, probably some of the spirits. I believe that you were the spirits that was rooting for Yahweh Shai to get put to death, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, was those spirits back then were of the house of Saul as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's all I had, bro.
Yeah.
So with that, that's all we had through the spirit. Sincere brethren, watch out for these wolves.
Mm-hmm.
If you get caught out there, that's on you. You know what I mean? That's on you. But the truth rests. The truth, the spirit of Yahweh Shai is being pushed through great millstone.
Mm-hmm.
The apostles and elders of great millstone on down to the different camps are that's sticking with the sound doctrine and enduring in the labor. And if you get caught by anything else outside of that, and you start believing without a shadow of a doubt that the apostles and the elders of great millstone don't have the truth, then that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's on you. So with that, we're gonna say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, elders at Great Millstone. Also want to say peace, safety, and much love to the elect laboring around the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.